Guys, I'm finally doing the Q&A. Okay, but before we go into the questions, I'm gonna talk about something really quick. So in the short that I announced I would be doing a Q&A, I said this. I'll make a video and be sure to shout you guys out. But for some reason I said I would shout you guys out. I really wish I didn't say that. Because I think YouTube did this thing where you put the @ username, not your other username. So I think people have 2 usernames now, which is kind of confusing. And also some of your guys' username thingies are really, really hard to read. So I did say I would shout you guys out, so I'm gonna stick to that, but forgive me if I butcher it. I'm sorry, okay? I will try my best. So with that out of the way, let's go to the first question. Rory Austin 2909. Oh, Austin's my brother's name. Their question is, how/why does your art style remind me of Steven Universe TV show? Did you get inspired by its art style? Yes, actually. I used to draw it in that style for a very long time, and I used to do a lot of fan art, mostly of Spinel. So I feel like that art style is kind of sticking to mine, which I guess it could be a good and a bad thing at the same time, but I don't know. But the quick answer is yes, I was inspired by Steven Universe. Sugar_barf666. That's a username, okay. Their question is, I'm pretty sure you use Ibis Paint. If I'm wrong, correct me. But do you have a favorite brush to use? And is it one you've curated to your liking or one of the basic already there brushes? So I actually use Procreate to draw. I've actually never used Ibis Paint before. And for the brushes, I have a little section where I just kind of mess around and create the brushes I like. But I do know I used this video to make this brush, so if you guys want to make the brush that I have, you can, I guess, watch that one. But I'll just put on screen some of the already there brushes in Procreate that I use often. Okay, I'm just gonna try to say this name with confidence. Siegely8030. Their question is, do you have any advice for stylization? I draw pretty realistically and trying to get better at cartoons. I'm not sure if I would be the one to give the best advice because I've never actually drawn that kind of realism, but I would say try to simplify. Basically, to give an example, when I draw my characters, I tend to clump their hair together, but in real life, our hair is made up of many strands and not just clump up like that. So basically, try to simplify it, because I guess with cartoons, the whole purpose is I guess for them to be animated, or basically being able to draw them multiple times. So you probably wouldn't want to add that much detail on something you're gonna have to draw a lot. Oh, it also exaggerating certain things are pretty cool too. For example, your hair cannot do this. It defies the laws of physics. Basically, it's like a cartoon. Basically, cartoons don't have to obey the laws of physics or the laws of anything. So just have fun with it. Kunkles? Interesting. You comment a lot. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing. It's pretty cool to see you as, very consistent. So yeah. But their question is, have there been other art styles that have attracted your eye? If so, which ones? Is there an art who work inspires you? I'm just gonna fill in the blanks and errors with this sentence. It's okay. I can't spell it either. What's 2 + 2? It's 8. No, I'm just kidding, it's 4. So basically you're asking, is there other art styles that I like but not necessarily want to copy? And is there other art styles that I feel are really cool that I might want to incorporate into mine? And the answer is yes. So with the first one, I feel basically the majority of the people I'm subscribed to, I feel I just like their styles. But maybe I don't want to try to incorporate their styles into mine. Well, at least some of them. And for the artists that inspire me, I feel I don't necessarily have just one artist that I look up to. This is most likely what happens. I'm just looking on Pinterest and see this one artwork and I'm oh, cool. I like the way how they draw hands, for example. So then I kind of just look at the drawing for an hour and kind of just try to study the drawing and see why their colors look better than my colors and see the vibrancy, I guess. And basically I try to incorporate that into my art. So these are some artworks that I really like, or I just like their art style. And if I know their username or whatever, I'll put it on screen as well. Ah, great, it's raining now. Anyways, next question. K-Pop Forever 1349's question is, how do you improve at drawing? Okay, here's the secret, guys. Draw as much as you can. I would say draw draw every day, but that's not really realistic for everyone. Because I personally draw every day and probably draw a little too much. I don't know, it's like the more you draw, the more you get better. I guess it's like the whole practice makes perfect, which there is no such thing as perfect. But practice makes better, yeah. So basically just draw a lot, and if there's something you don't like about your art style, like for example, the way you draw hands you don't like, then just look up images on hands and just practice. I just showed a little time lapse of me animating because I didn't want to show my character Pinkink talking the whole time. So, Amoch's Angel's question is, since when do you draw? Do your classmates/teachers know about your channel? If yes, do they watch your channel? So, to answer your first question, like most people, I've been drawing forever since... I don't know. I don't even remember. But I'm assuming you mean when I started taking it seriously. And that was like right in that midsection of the end of 2019 and the beginning of 2020. Like right there. And for the second question, do my classmates and teacher like know about my channel? The answer is yes. It would kind of be weird if they didn't because they're my family. Because I'm homeschooled. Yay! That's probably why I can draw every day. My siblings don't really watch my channel. And my mom watches here and there, but my dad watches like every single video I post, so. And I don't really consider my friends my classmates because like most of my friends are homeschooled as well. And some of them know that I have a YouTube channel, but not all of them, just because I don't really talk about my art because I feel embarrassed. Fanny Killafloor. My question is, do you like spaghetti? Well, if I had a choice from a burger to a spaghetti, I'd probably choose a burger, but then it depends on my mood, but spaghetti's fine. Flat Battery 4603's question is, do you watch Ninja Turtles? I'm sure you mean Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. No, not really. Like, I've seen clips and I know there's many like different versions of this show, but I do have a memory when I was like very young of watching like the original like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I'm probably gonna watch the movie that's coming out now. I honestly don't know how like all the fans of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles feel about like the new movie, because it kind of just feels like a reboot, but I don't know. But no, I don't really watch it. Okay, we're gonna do a speed round. Fishimaku, do you feel safe on the internet? It's not like I don't feel safe, it's just I'm not afraid of the internet. Amber Williams 6500. Who do you think you get your artistic talent from? It's not really a talent, it's a loving for doing art and just all things creative. A lot of people in my family like doing art, but probably the most of it is from my dad. And when I say art, I mean creative things. Hunter Wilson, I can't see the rest of your username. Why did you start doing YouTube? What inspired you? By the way, love your vids. Oh, thank you! Okay, I think the speed round's over. This may take longer to answer. I started doing YouTube because my dad actually is like, hey, you should make a YouTube channel. I'm like, that's a great idea, okay. But I've actually always had the idea of doing it. It's just my dad kind of just pushed me over the edge of actually doing it. I thought that was going to take way longer to answer. Anyways. Oh, hey, it's you again. Have you thought about or are you planning to redesign your channel OC? Will you have more characters appear in your videos like your fox friend? Okay, I've actually thought about this a couple times. So I feel like a lot of you guys like my character Pinkink. And when I first designed her, I liked her too. But now I'm like, I don't like her that much. I'm not saying I'm gonna redesign her. I'm actually just gonna leave her alone. Because you guys like her and I don't really care to change her. So instead of like redesigning my character Pinkink, I thought about, I can just make like a character that looks like me in real life. So I'm still working on that. And for the other characters, I also thought about that, but then I realized it'd probably be a little too chaotic to have like so many characters, because I feel like if I do that, then I'm kind of losing the point of this channel in the first place, which is just to show my art and my animations, not go on this whole like weird thing with all these characters. And for my little fox friend, his name's Hatch. And speaking of Hatch, I'm gonna go into questions related to him and also related to my dad, because my dad actually voice acts him. Lemon Pepper 5047. How did you convince your dad to voice act the fox? To be honest, there wasn't much convincing. It probably just went like, hey, can you voice act this character for me? Sure. David Z7760. Poppy, what are you doing here? Anyways, my father's question is, when are you going to do more Hatch uploads? And is Hatch your favorite character? And if no, why? Oh my gosh, I'm probably going to do more, and if it helps, Hatch is gonna appear in this video, so yeah. And this is probably gonna break your heart, but no, Hatch isn't my favorite character. Chester is. Ivu, your father encouraged you to make your channel. Is he also someone who enjoys making art? Well, let me just let my father answer this one.
Okay, so the short answer is yes, I do like to draw. As a kid, I used to draw and scribble things all the time. but I find myself always leaning towards drawing trucks and cars and things like that. So I ended up going to school for industrial design. I got a degree in bachelor's in industrial design. I graduated in '08. I couldn't find a job in '08 because the economy was really bad back then. And also I lived in Florida, so all the jobs that I did have were out of Florida. I had a house at that time. I had a lot of responsibilities here in Florida, so I couldn't just get up and go. So I had to stay, and I found my way to being a kitchen designer. So I do get to do a little bit of creativity, but not super crazy because it's just a kitchen, and plus the more crazy you go, the more expensive it is. The difference between me and Pinkink, also my daughter, is that I have to have something as a visual reference to draw a person, a fruit or a tree or something like that. My daughter can just get it just from her imagination, and she can create the facial expression. She can create the movement, which I can't. I need a visual preference. But if I'm gonna draw a car or a product like a phone or a barbecue grill or a motorcycle, I can just do that with my imagination and create something. So I'm gonna show you some quick images that I did 15 to 16 years ago. So don't forget, this is old stuff.
Bye. That was great. Okay, thank you for your question. Goodbye. I mean, not you, but...
All right, well, I know that I had to shorten it. It's a lot longer than that, guys, but, you know. Okay. Signing out.
Bye.
Hatch.
Yeah, well, not me. I'm not leaving, but Bobby is. Goodbye.
Later. Pay the rent.
Pay for it. Anubis Divine, do you think you're gonna get popular one day? I'm talking about like 1 million subscribers. 1 million subscribers! Some of the people I watch don't even have 1 million subscribers. Okay, I think if I continue doing the YouTube thing, I might go far, but I would have to be doing it for a very long time to get 1 million. But I don't know, I feel like some people give up YouTube too early, and I don't know if one day I'll just give up just because I'm tired, which currently I don't want to give up just because I see no reason to, so I don't know, maybe. Anonymous Frog's question is, how old were you when you got into drawing? As I said, like, most people like drawing. Like, even people who aren't artists, they doodle, like, occasionally. But when I started taking it seriously was, like, when I just turned 11, so. Okay, last question, because this video is gonna be 13 minutes long. Waterclover8264. You should go check out her channel, by the way. Hey, you're welcome. That sounded very aggressive. Anyways, my question is, are you planning on making a comic or something one day? I've thought about it, and I'm not really sure because comics are kind of hard for me. I've tried, and I'm more into animation, so I feel like with making comics, it's more restricted because you can't show as much movement compared to animation, you know? So I should probably get better at making comics, just like little silly comics for my characters, because I feel like it'd be so cool if I made some of my other stories into comics, because ain't no way I'm gonna animate all 7 of my stories. Well, at least now. Because I tried to animate my first story, and that's actually here on YouTube, but it's a little bit cringe in my opinion. But yeah, that was the last question of this video. I'm gonna make a part 2 because I couldn't fit everyone's questions in here. Because I thought I was gonna get like 5 comments on that short, and I got like over 20. I'm so tired. I edited this video in the span of like 3 or 4 days. I'm gonna go now. Goodbye. We got a new intro, guys! I've been wanting to change the old one since forever because it had my little Instagram thingy and I don't even post on there anymore. And it also had my own, like, my old, like, Pinkink profile. Oh, and sorry if in the video I was sounding kind of stuffy. I'm still kind of sick, but I made the video anyways. The show must go on.